Hello everybody, this is Alex from Hardcorian Guides, bringing you my guide for God of War on God difficulty. Today we're in part 2, which is going to be taking off into the gates of Athens and whatever other Athens-like things we do in this episode. This here is a post-com because I said some things that I probably shouldn't have in the original commentary. You're probably wondering, like, wow, that's surprising coming from Alex. Like, usually when he makes commentary, he never really starts over unless it's like in the very beginning of a video. And yeah, I mean, well, if you know that, then you must be watching me. But regardless, I hardly ever start over commentary unless I feel like I need to. And I guess I needed to, so it's like, fuck it. Anyway, starting off this level is going to be pretty easy for the most part. This whole area is actually pretty easy, including the Gorgon herself, or Medusa in this case. Later on, I keep getting both episode 3 and 2 mixed up. I did actually record episode 3, by the way. After I did recording of commentary, I did go and record episode 3. And actually in that episode, there was like a 10-minute fight, which I may or may not just fast forward. That might be a good option. This might fast forward through that instead next time. Once I start, editing that. I don't know. I've had this footage up for a while. I've had it edited for like maybe a week or so. I've had the footage for like maybe a couple weeks. And I'm now doing commentary. I did commentary yesterday on Sunday, but today I'm doing it on Monday, which I know, right? That's surprising. Like, Alex deletes a commentary. And not only that, but Alex does a commentary on a weekday. And I assume that Alex probably had to work. That I did. It's so weird. Like, I had such a good day today. I don't know why. I woke up this morning, and there's some people that would say, like, it's because of them. And it's like, well, not necessarily. I mean, yeah, they help with it. It's just, I woke up this morning in a strange mood. Like, it wasn't bad, and it definitely wasn't good. Holy shit. I almost went for a 100 combo there. The weird thing, okay, I'm not just, re-saying that or anything, because when I first recorded this footage, or not footage, but this, well, probably both, when I first did the commentary, I barely paid attention to the video whatsoever. I did nothing but rant the whole video, it seemed like, and I even mentioned it too. I was like, guys, I'm really sorry for ranting the whole time. I can't help it. Anyway, back on topic here. Let's go with the one topic I was talking about just a second ago, which was the topic about having a good day. I've been having some really strange dreams lately. Like, the dreams where you probably really shouldn't be having because they're just so strange and violent sometimes. Most cases people are probably like, that's not that violent, which it's not necessarily. Like, looking afterward, yeah, it's not that bad. It's just, it's still, like, a little bit disconcerting, like, oh, wow. Or it's a little bit concerning that, it's like, okay, something definitely is wrong with me. Which I've known that for years already, that something's already wrong with me, but I tend to just ignore it. Because, why bother? My life basically is an odd life anyway, a very strange life. It's just what I expect from life, I don't know, like, basically my brother kind of moved out, and it's so weird kind of being alone. It's not his fault. I understand completely why he would. It's just, I got used to being able to live with somebody because I lived with my parents for so long. For practically about 22 or so years of my life. 22 to 23 years of my life. Yeah, around there, I think. Like 22, I'll say, yeah, I think it was 22 because I'm 23 right now. And I moved out in like April 14th, so that's like a week or two away from my birthday. Regardless, I've lived with them for all my life, and then I've never really been kind of alone, Like, I've always had my dad there to kind of, he slept out in the living room all the time, and so he was kind of there as, I guess, in my own brain, like, security. Like, if someone's going to get shot, it's going to be him first, not me. That sounds horrible. I'm just making a joke. God, take it as a joke, guys. Like I said, I've never really lived alone before, and all of a sudden, now I am, and it just, my brain can't seem to process that I'm alone. Like, no, it knows I'm alone. It just, well, even, sometimes I don't even know. Sometimes I don't even know if it even knows that. It's just like, my brain just thinks, I have to do these certain things because somebody might be there and want to use that utensil later. So, okay, so first of all, I want to go ahead and talk about something real fast. These are the low-tier Cyclops. Believe it or not, these are the weakest Cyclops you can fight in pretty much almost any God of War, it feels like. Cyclops are my favorite types of enemies. I just love beating on these guys. Not because they're big or Juggernaut-like. It's just, I don't know, the way their health works and their attack patterns work is so nice because I can easily just go right back into the motion right after I roll. So pretty much just roll every attack. There's really nothing I can really describe better than just do that and go for like heavier slam attacks, like finish off with a triangle attack, and you should be fine. There's not too many that can spawn. I think, I don't know if it was my Let's Play or not, it might have been, but you could knock off Cyclops off the platform to the left of the arena, and if you wanted to do that, you could do that, but you don't have to. Try to save your magic and try to save your rage, because even though you're going to get a huge refill of magic later once you kill Medusa, it's just best to save the chest out here, especially the health chest down in the bottom right corner, because that way when you come back here later, and if you need it, you can use it. Alright, I guess that's enough talking about the guide for a second. But yeah, like, I guess I'm feeling weird, like, that I belong here, but I don't. Like, I come home, and I know this is my home, but it's like, is it really? I don't know. I mean, it's a nice place. I've been here for, like I said, since April, so it's been fucking 3 months already. So, or, hold on. Yeah. I don't know. It's already the end of July, or yes, the end of July already. And hang on, I'm gonna scoot up my chair for a second. It's already like the end of July, and here I am still wondering what I'm doing with my life at the time. I don't know. I had like kind of like a small little panic attack the other day because I was looking at like how much I was paying in my mortgage, and I was like, what the fuck? That's like, I'm like, that's not enough. How the fuck am I supposed to, how am I supposed to do this, And of course, over the course of the year the years that I'm going to basically be working at my job, more than likely I'll have enough to be able to afford to live here, and pay off the mortgage and like the whole term itself. It's just, there's something else I want to do in my life. And I also started doing more research on adoption too. Adopting kids. Or a kid, basically. And I've come across some things that kind of gave me more hope. There's people saying like, it's the average cost usually is about like maybe $20,000. But then again, like, what's that averaging out to? Like, is that just for any kid or what? There's never anything ever set in stone, and there's never anything that's actually very clear on what you need to do. It feels like all my life, that's basically what it's been, I've basically just been nothing but lost. Alright, anyway, back to the guide real fast. The trick I use with Medusa. I like to waste my Poseidon's Rage. I just wasted my magic. Don't worry about the chest, you're fine. And if you got full, like, Rage of the Gods, just beat her ass. Just beat her ass. Every time you kill a Gorgon in an execution, you get magic orbs out of it. And no, you should. That time I got health. Okay. Well, anyway, whenever you kill a straight up Gorgon, you get magic orbs. Typically, you get both magic and red orbs, but that might be a different God of War I'm thinking of. So I think this one, only gets you magic. Either way. So now we have Medusa's Gaze. Every time you kill an enemy, you get plus 15 orbs. That's an extra 15. That's an execution on its own. You do not need to have a 10 or higher combo to do so. Again, since you guys already basically, I assume, have played this game already, you should know what you're doing. Medusa's Gaze is going to give you a shit ton of experience throughout the game. Even though it seems like a small amount of experience, but think about it. 15 plus 15 is 30. 30 plus 30 is 60. 60 plus 60 is 120. So that's an extra 100 orbs. That's roughly about fucking... What? If I could do math in my head, right? No. Can I ever? 8? Like... What am I roughing out to again? The fuck if I know. Basically, that's, I guess, like... I don't know, that's like 15... That's like 8 different kills. And that's what I think I'm roughing out to. I'm gonna do the math. I think that's right. I'm stupid. Remember, I've been out of school for like fucking years. I'm sure somebody could probably easily do this way better than I can. Yeah, it's 120. Right here, you're gonna kill these guys. Again, this guy can also be useful for like maybe finding secret areas and secret chests that you might need. Once you climb up that ladder, you want to jump toward the back way, like toward the camera, and there will be an area you can land on. I recommend going to at least close to the highest part of the ladder. But once you pass that little like scaffolding in the background or whatever the fuck it is, that piece of board, that guy right there, you want to jump back. You want to jump back and land on the chest area. So that's how you do that. I guess in other news, what have I been doing lately? I guess we could try to entertain you guys for a little bit. I recently beat Persona 5. It was fucking awesome. I mentioned that in my God of War episode 3 for Chains of Olympus. I am doing God of War Chains of Olympus on my main channel. So that's the basically third canon game. I know about Betrayal. Don't fucking remind me. Alright? I'm not too big on mobile games. So I just, even if it's canon, I'm like, fuck it. I don't care. Unless they give us some kind of like console ability to play it on, I'm not going to worry about it too much. By the way, those chests will come into play later. Not right now. We can't get them now. I don't know why I go to check, but I do anyway. So, I beat Persona 5. I'm trying to work back through on Persona 3. I'm doing New Game Plus in Persona 5, which is fucking awesome. I've already beaten 3 bosses in like 10 hours in. It's like, damn. You know, you just zip through that shit quick. And then Persona 3, like I started getting back into that, and I'm like, God, this is slow as fuck. Like, I am not that good at this game. Like, what has happened to me? I don't want to... Like, every time you go into a fucking, like, dungeon, you feel like you have to grind the shit out of it. But then again, I'm going through on a first playthrough again. Like, I'm starting completely from scratch. Which, I recently found out there is New Game Plus for Persona 3. I'm like, what the fuck? You keep your level, and I believe you keep your Personas, too. And I'm like, God damn it. You know, I could keep all that shit and just... like wail through the game and get all the social ranks completed, everything completed. Even though Persona 3 and I think 4, they don't really give you too much in terms of like social ranks anyway, so it's like, what's the big deal? And then Persona 5, you know, with the confidants, they give you so much good shit, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't want to spoil any of the stuff that you get, but you guys gotta at least play the game. Persona 5 is worth the play. I mean, if people ask me for spoilers, you know, they're like, I don't care. It's like, okay, I'll tell you. But, my God, it was... Persona is always an experience to me. It's like the first one I've ever beaten was 5. And, in my opinion, that's my personal favorite now. I loved 3 for a while. Now I just love 5. I started with 3, and I worked my way up. I didn't play 1 and 2. I know, a scrub. But, when I have limited access, when I was a kid, to what I could buy, you kind of can see why I didn't have the first and second one. Like, my parents didn't really play RPGs that much, and something like that probably wouldn't have garnered their attention. Not that it was like a bad game or anything. I mean, fuck, they let me play God of War when they got it, so it's not that they didn't care. It's not like they cared too much about what I played. No, it's just I don't think they were ever really interested in like Japanese games for any means. Besides, like, maybe I almost fucking said Crash. I was close to saying Crash. I'm like, no, it's not. You fucking idiot. You fucking... What are you, fucking gay? Like, no. What? Basically, who made Parappa? Anyway. I don't know. I thought we had, like, a Japanese game. Or somewhat. Digimon World, I had that. Yeah, I had 1 and 3. That's Japanese, basically, because Digimon basically is Japanese. So, or it's the Chinese. I don't know. I can't tell the difference. Like I said, I didn't play 1 and 2 back then when I was a kid. I was introduced to Persona 3 via my cousin, basically ex-cousin. I mean, he's still my cousin, in my opinion, but they were married into the family, and now they're not, so ex-cousin, I don't know. Then there was 4, and it's just like, meh. You know, I played a little bit of it. I played a little bit of Arena. I'm working on Arena. I'm trying my best to get through it. That one just takes a while to get through. I have Ultimax on standby for when I beat Arena. And I bought 5 earlier this year and beat it in about 84 hours. At first, I got like 20 hours in and just stopped playing. Like, after I beat the second boss, I just stopped playing for some reason. I got distracted with something else and just, I guess, didn't care too much to play. And then, when I had my 2 weeks off, I fucking went ham with that shit. I jumped up from 20 hours to 50 or 60 hours or whatever. And then just recently, like last weekend, I just beat Persona 5. I know it's been out for a while, okay? I get it. I'm slow. It's just, you know, I like to take my time with things, okay? You know, it's better to take your time and enjoy a game than have to rush through a game and basically not enjoy it at all, which some people do, and they need to stop that. They need to take a break and realize what makes a game good, which I can tell you right now, I do the same thing sometimes too. Like, again, with, I'll throw this out here, Tekken 7. I basically beat majority of the entire story. I beat the entire story last night in about like an hour or 2. Mainly because I was trying to breeze through it. I watched the cutscenes, but I didn't care about the other, like, text cutscenes with the interviewer guy. I'm like, fuck this. I don't care. You know? It's like, pfft, I already have an idea what's going on. No. I mean, yeah, it gives you a little bit of backstory here and there, but not much to my regard. I don't know. Like, I kind of rushed through it, and I enjoyed it. It had moments that were pretty cool. Like, there's one moment when you get to play as Lars, and you're fighting a bunch of armed guards, and you get to use your gun. You can actually, like, physically go into third-person mode. Not, like, walk around, but you can go into, like, what looks like a third-person screen and then just fuck these guys up, and it's ridiculous. You can dodge, and it's cool. It's like, wow, fighting games don't ever do that. Like, fighting games never really tell a story anymore. Like, the last one that really tried was Mortal Kombat, and, like, the best one out of that was 9. Or the remake, basically. X was okay, but I barely even, like, beat it. I watched it, but I didn't go through the whole thing. I mainly focused on playing multiplayer, which I need to get back into that again. I'm actually not too bad at the game. I like it a lot, I really do. See, like I said before, every time you kill Medusa, you get straight up magic. You don't get anything else. And you cannot use Medusa's gaze on Gorgons. It does nothing. Don't waste your time with them. Now, if you're wondering, yes. If a Gorgon uses her gaze on you, and if she looks toward an enemy, they can be basically stoned as well. I'm just mentioning this to people who haven't played the game before. Which I know, again, a lot of you people who are probably watching this game or this guide have already played the game before, I assume. But, you know, if you haven't, that's basically what's going on. If you're wondering, like, if you can do that, yes, you can. So there's that. I recommend saving that chest down here for the fight after the Minotaurs, because, God forbid, you could probably lose health. If you kill a Minotaur with the circle execution, you get nothing but health out of it. You can get like an extra plus 25 red orbs if you get them above a 10 combo, but why would you even want to risk it? Why would you bother? This fight right here is kind of obnoxious because there's very limited room to fight, and every time that you get basically... Sorry, I got distracted for a second. I'll tell you guys in a minute. It was something funny. God damn it. It was not the. I'll tell you the joke in a second. It was like, there's a picture. Basically, every time that you go to like hit an enemy off the building, they'll fall straight down. Sometimes you get orbs, sometimes you don't. So it's like, it's kind of a crapshoot. So you might want to, either keep them together or just knock them all off. Does it matter? No, but still, you might want to, keep that in mind. That hey, you might want to kick their ass. At the end of the final boss, the first phase of the final boss, he will give you a shit ton of orbs that will guarantee a level up for a weapon or magic. So it's not like you need all the orbs you can get, but I highly recommend that you at least try to get every orb that you possibly can, because this is God mode, and in God mode, the most important weapon is your blades, but your magic is extremely important as well. And even though you don't really need all of it, I recommend getting a lot of it. Especially, like I said, your blades are, again, the most important thing that you can have. Real quick, before I get into that picture, jump on the rope, jump back off the rope. Kill these 2 enemies, and then jump back on the rope again. I basically did this tip yesterday, which, again, I'm doing it again, so... Oh yeah, if they fall down in this area, they die instantly. You get like 3 orbs, which... It's like 3 orbs, but I don't know how much you get out of it. Now, the trick here. Move forward, and every once in a while, go backward to make sure that there's no other enemies behind you. There's a little trick what I'm doing. Every time I go to kick an enemy, I stun him, right? Every time you stun him, move toward him like an inch. Just like keep inching toward him like this. Then when you get close, grab him with the circle attack, throw him off. The reason why it works so well, just do a basic square kick attack. This can save you so much fucking trouble, it's not even funny. I mean, yeah, you can use triangle attacks if you wanted. Like, if you get grouped up by enemies, you just want to, hit one in the face from a distance. Do whatever. But I recommend doing the stun kick combo because you will see later how effective it is when an enemy is actually getting close to me from behind and I'm moving forward while also kicking the enemy at the same time, allowing me great room to basically avoid any attacks from behind. Like this guy right behind me right now. He can't do shit. I went through like 3 guys, one of which the guy behind me took forever to get to anyway. But I keep going through guys like it's crazy, like it's nothing. And every time that you kill a guy with execution, you get a magic and a health orb too, plus red orbs. So again, use that to your advantage. Your kick attack, it has some pretty fucking good range on it, because enemies can't really hit you unless you're basically in kicking range anyway. So you're practically set and solid. This has always been a turning point to me in God of War, was always the rope climbing sections, because those are a fucking bitch. Like, you see I'm taking a little bit of damage now, which honestly, like, playing this game so much, that seems so minuscule to me now. Like, can you imagine playing this game on easy? Like, for fuck, like, dude, come on. Like, how easy do you think it would be? How hard do you think it would be to actually die in easy mode? Like, take the amount of damage I take now, times that, like, divide that by fucking 4, and there you go. You got what you asked for. Basically, you will pretty much be almost invulnerable. I don't think I've ever really played God of War on easy. I always put it on normal or higher. I'm sure I've played on easy before. I don't know. Like I said, why? Why would you bother? Unless you just want to, get through the game without any troubles. And yeah, sure, I can understand that. I did the same thing with playing games too. It's just like, fuck it, I just want to play on easy and just get through this shit. So what I'm doing here is, if it's not obvious already, is basically, not to be sarcastic, I'm just saying, I'm using the crossbow to my advantage. I took out 2 Minotaurs, easy enough. You can use Medusa's Gaze, but I use Poseidon's Rage because they're just so clumped up together. And I don't want to take the hit and then have to lose the amount of time that I've spent in using the Gaze already. So I just said, fuck it. Y'all gonna die anyway. So anyway, guys, we're getting close to the end of this video. Hopefully I tried to be both entertaining and helpful at the same time as I could be. Again, I'm more helpful when it comes to like watching the video instead. And that's what I'm basically here for, is just to show where to go, what to do, what I do, and that's it. Nothing really too fantastic about, me doing guides, but if there's ever anything that's like background, like if it's done in the background, I will let you know. And for the most part, God of War is a very straightforward game. There's really nothing that ever happens in the background, so what's it matter, right? Anyway, folks, I'm going to level up something real fast, or not really level it up, but get more orbs into it, and I will see you next time when we play some more God of War 1 on God mode. and I'll see you in episode 3, which we're going to take on basically the inner city of Athens. So, as always, folks, take care, everybody.